Hey guys, this is Dennis here, and I did plan on doing this, but after some of the things that happened at tonight's Royal Rumble, I decided to do a little review video. Now, before I get started, if you hear my phone go off, it's because I didn't put it on vibrate, so just ignore it. But anyway, tonight was the annual Royal Rumble, and we found out who would be main eventing WrestleMania, or opening for that matter. But anyway, without any further ado, we're going to get right into it. Now, before the Royal Rumble actually came on air, we had the usual pre-show, which was the New Age Outlaws versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Now, it was a fairly short match because, those pre-show matches don't go that long, but it was a pretty decent match. I would give it like, 2.5, 3 stars, something. And it comes out with the New Age Outlaws winning. Now, really, that did come as a surprise to some because Cody Rhodes and Goldust had been reigning since basically October, and it could go on to the storyline with the whole authority, Triple H putting his buddies in good positions, blah blah blah. Well, the heel, when Triple H wants to play heel, that is. But anyway, you are looking at the 6-time Tag Team Champions New Age Outlaws. My guess is they'll probably defend the titles next month at the Elimination Chamber against Cody and Goldust in a rematch, and I can see them retaining, which would lead to more of the breakdown between the Rhodes brothers, which I'll get into a little later, and that'll lead to their blah blah, and then the New Age Outlaws will defend it at WrestleMania against, I don't know, some face team, maybe Real Americans or something if they turn face, and they'll probably lose it there. But yeah. Anyway, on to the real show, and we open up with Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt. Now, honestly, this match actually really surprised me. This was, I'd say, the match of the night, hands down, without a bet. Like, so much back and forth action, so many crazy spots. Like, Bray Wyatt hits his sister Abigail on the outside. Basically, Bray Wyatt dominated a majority of the match, but Daniel Bryan did come back and all that. But it wasn't enough because in the end, Bray Wyatt hit sister Abigail for the win. Now, I really have no idea where they're going with this because you'd figure they'd want Daniel Bryan to go over Bray Wyatt before that whole story ends. I could see them maybe having a match on a Raw or maybe Elimination Chamber because I have to see Daniel Bryan winning over Bray Wyatt before he moves on to his WrestleMania program. So, I don't know. I'm surprised Bray Wyatt won, honestly. I thought Daniel Bryan would go on to win. But that's where I think the storyline will go. They'll have like a throwaway match. Because the original plan was to drag this all the way to WrestleMania and have Daniel Bryan turn on the Wyatt family then. But since that didn't happen, who knows where this storyline is going. But I highly doubt it's done yet. Then we have Brock Lesnar versus The Big Show. Now, this I wouldn't even call it a match. It was basically a glorified beatdown. Before the match even starts, Brock Lesnar starts hitting Big Show with the steel chair and shit. And then once Big Show finally gets to his feet and comes into the ring, and the bell rings, Big Show hits the knockout punch on Lesnar, who's basically down. Then Lesnar goes outside of the ring. And then basically goes in, then they're fighting for a couple minutes, then Brock Lesnar hits a huge F5 on the Big Show for the win. Now, really, I think the point of this whole thing was to make Brock Lesnar look strong for his rumored match against Undertaker at WrestleMania, but honestly, I was expecting like more of a match. I was expecting to go like, 15 minutes about, because basically all matches at the Rumble have to be a little longer. But honestly, I'm surprised at how short that was. I expected so much more. But after the match, Brock Lesnar basically destroyed 2 chairs on Big Show. And the beating was like for 10 minutes, blah blah. So, but basically that was the point of it, but I was still expecting a better match. Now here's where things get interesting. Next we have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between John Cena and Randy Orton. Before the match even starts, we have all different kind of chants like, "We want refunds, Daniel Bryan, this is awful," blah blah. Basically, the fans were shitting on the whole match, which is honestly the main reason why I made this video, and I'll get into it in the Royal Rumble match itself. But it wasn't even a bad match. It was like the crowd wasn't taking it because they wanted to see Daniel Bryan, of course. But I would say it wasn't a bad match. I mean, it was one of their better ones, but it was still something. And in the end, the Wyatts come out and interfere and help Randy Orton retain the championship. Now, I was surprised if that happened, especially because Randy Orton called Bray Wyatt a Duck Dynasty ripoff at the beginning of his show. But now it makes sense because I remember reading back rumors that it'll be John Cena versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. So I think that's where their storyline is going to start now. It could be Wyatt versus Cena and probably Hogan in his corner at WrestleMania. That's pretty much where I think this is going. Or it could be a 6-man tag with Cena, and if he's here, Hogan and maybe Piper, somebody, who knows, versus the whole Wyatt family. But it'll be interesting to see where this goes. But Randy Orton is champion, and he moves on to Elimination Chamber, where, even though they didn't say it, my guess is Brock Lesnar is going to be having his #1 contendership match cashed in at the Elimination Chamber. Because since they have one world title now, there's going to be, like, no need for Elimination Chamber. So, I don't know what they're going to do there, but I think after Raw tomorrow, we'll get more of a picture. Next, we move on to the main event, which is the 30-man over-the-top rope Battle Royal Rumble match to decide who's going to WrestleMania. Kicking it off was, of course, #1 CM Punk, who we knew, and Seth Rollins, who were the Marathon Men. They both went almost 45 minutes. Really, this Royal Rumble match was, it was alright. Like, we had a couple surprise returns, like Kevin Nash, and Sheamus is finally back. And we even had El Torito and JBL. El Torito eliminated Fandango, so. But really, this is the main reason why I made this video. Because we had the number 30 entrant, which was Rey Mysterio, and the fans, like, started booing because it wasn't Daniel Bryan. Like, okay, I get the fans want to see Daniel Bryan, but don't fucking shit on the show just because your favorite isn't there. Like, they basically booed from number 30 all the way to the end of the match, which Batista won by eliminating Roman Reigns, who now has the record for eliminations in the Royal Rumble match with 12. But, I mean, why? Ugh. That really pissed me off. Like, it's like Batista says, and I even tweeted it at Dennis Ultimate on Twitter. Follow me, and I'll follow you back. Deal with it. Like, okay, Daniel Bryan isn't in the match. Don't fucking shit on it just because he isn't there. Like, grow up. That's so petty, in my opinion. But anyway, we now know Batista is going to WrestleMania in the main event against either Orton or, I guess, Lesnar. Really, tomorrow after Raw, we'll figure out more of this picture. But all in all, this was an average Royal Rumble. Like, the match itself was okay. We had the great opener between Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. And it was the okay championship match. And then we had Brock versus Big Show. So, I want to hear your thoughts on the show and the whole crowd reaction. So, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a rate, thumbs up or thumbs down. Be sure to subscribe for me for more. And this has been Dennis saying, see ya.